Welcome back to another extra time football video where I am recapping now Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia. Another game that ended in a draw. At least this one also had goals in it, one to each side, so I did 1-1. Let's kick it off with what's the first 20 minutes were like. From my point of view, the first 20 minutes were just full of nothing but tedious play, not much to show from either team, just a lot of midfield conjunction. That's the right word for it. It was just a whole lot of nothing, nothing really of note taking place in those first minutes. I know there was an early header from Viñas that seemed more promising than it was, but it really turned out to be nothing. And get ready to hear that name a lot because I feel like that was really the only attacking prowess that Uruguay had. Post hydration break, Uruguay had another chance in the 29th minute. Another header from Viñas, this time saved by the keeper. It still wouldn't have mattered as it was a foul from a previous play, but maybe that would have been, if that would have gone in, it could have been reviewed and been like, hey, you know what? Actually, it was good. And that could have been the first opening shot. But the 37th minute is when we saw the first real attack from Saudi Arabia from a corner. Great save from Muslera. 40 years old and still doing it at the highest level. So far, this was the clearest and most obvious opportunity of the game, but Muslera came in with a great save at his 40 years of age. In the 40th minute, Saudi Arabia gets their goal. They started pressuring a little bit more. The corners were coming already a little. They were just a little bit more over Uruguay than the other way around. And the goal came from a second shot effort from the Saudis. Muslera tried to do his best to save that first shot, but couldn't really do anything about that second one. The Saudi Arabian players got the best of it and went up 1-0. And went 1-0 up to go up in the first half, and things seemed like they were going to stay like that, at least for the majority of the game. Starting off the second half, Viñas once again with another stunning header, to cause a little bit of problems to the Saudi Arabian defense. He came close to goal once again, and he was showing to be the one true main threat, especially through the air. It seemed like there was nothing else Uruguay was really trying to do other than play to cross to Viñas. Darwin Nunez, complete no-show in the first half. Was substituted off to begin the second half, didn't step foot again onto the field in the second, and it was a complete no-show in the first half. Once again, around the 49th minute, Viñas with another header from a corner that goes just wide. I believe it was given as a goal kick, but it was deflected by one of the Saudi Arabian defenders, so it should have been given as another corner kick. The one thing that I'm not really liking is that FIFA's being able to review plays of like, hey, if it's not a corner and we assign it a corner, then it gets overturned, but it's not being calculated the same way if it's not given as a corner, but it was a corner. So I think that there should be a little bit more similarity in that, and if you're doing it one way, then you should do it the other. Hey, but those are just my opinions on it. After the second hydration break again in the second, Uruguay tried to be persistent, but there was nothing really there in the first few minutes. But around the 79th, Viñas once again, another header on target that honestly should have been put away. But thankfully for them, the Saudi Arabian keeper just parried it over to Maxi Araujo, who was able to second chance effort that goal in. Same as the Saudi Arabian players. You're getting it off of a safe shot from the keeper. So another second shot effort that goes in to tie the game up. After the equalizer, Uruguay maintained momentum and kept the pressure on. And around the 83rd minute, Brian Raito Rodriguez had a close shot that came really close to sealing the game for Uruguay. Overall, the second half, Uruguay was better. They felt that sense of urgency again, especially towards the latter stages of the game. Still not a great game from them, at least not from what I would have loved to see. But they were persistent. They got the equalizer, and they came close to the winner. Both teams walk away with the point. I know this point, although they didn't win it, even though they had the game won for the majority of the game, does feel upsetting for Saudi Arabia. They're more than happy to walk away with the point. A game that them and, just like all of us probably saw as a win for Uruguay, they'll gladly take that 1 point. I do want to state, very, very disappointing showing as of right now for CONMEBOL. All the teams from there aren't really doing their best, at least not in the first round of games. And obviously, there's still some teams left to be played, like Colombia and Argentina. But as of right now, from what we've seen from CONMEBOL, there's still a lot left to be desired from them. Hopefully in the second match day, they do show up a little bit more. But right now, you'll take what you can get. Uruguay, lucky to equalize the game and lucky to walk away with the point after being down for a good part of the second half. They will be looking to bounce back stronger in the second game. But thank you once again for tuning in to another video. If you enjoyed this one, please like and subscribe, as it will mean a lot to the channel. And I hope to catch you again on the next one.